G'day guys, Michael here again. We're just looking at what used to be able to summon in a Beast of Chaos army. Good old Hugh, sigmar up the back. Yeah, no longer needs to cart this around to summon. There you go, mate.
Good. It's nice to have them in the cupboard.
What mission were we playing?
It's on the page over there to your right. I forgot the name already.
Sorry. Only the Worthy, so that's what we're playing. We've got Hugh's DoK versus my DoK again. The 2 units of 30 witches with shields, and the 20 Sisters of Slaughter, 2 hags, 2 high glads, and the Slaughter Queen on Cauldron. Same list before 1950. We've got the high glad off the board and the heart there. So you can come on next to some battle line. Hugh is running 10 raiders that are on the board, even though they could shoot off the board. Yeah. He's put them on, and everything else is off. We've got a sigmar, we've got 3 gorgons, we've got 2 shamans.
2 shamans and a Doom
Bull General, and 9 bulls.
Yep. 1 unit of 9.
The 9 are in GVs.
Yep.
With the 10. Yep. So they're fighting in 2 ranks.
And then the heroes are in a command entourage. Second artifact.
Yep. So we've got a unit that can come on 7 away. Yep. We've got everybody else coming on 9 away with +1 to charge.
Yep.
Are the guys in 7 +1 to charge?
Yep, they're +2 actually, because if I do it with the Bulgars, because they got the drums. So. Okay,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh, sorry, I've got 2 units of Canary that are off the board as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. What spells did you have? The no pile-in?
No pile-in, and +1 damage.
+1 damage.
From melee attacks.
Yeah, okay, so that heart's going to come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We've got a priest.
Yep, 1 priest, hopefully to take that heart off.
The prayers?
He's got heal and his Quakefray.
Okay.
Whatever it is.
Cool.
Rumbling diarrhea.
Alright. So we're 9 away, or 18 away, but I think we're both deployed a little bit back.
Yep.
I finished deployment first, so I think I'm going to go first, mate.
Okay.
We'll see how we go.
Love it.
Jesus Christ, that's going to hurt coming on the report. Oh, I hope you roll
hot. Yeah, me too.
Alright, we'll be back.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, we'll be back after my first hero phase. Alright, end of my hero phase. We're doing the Canary shoot and move battle tactic as my first. We probably didn't explain in this battle plan, if you got some Galatian champions on the objective, they count as having the objective and nothing else can contest it. So Hugh's got 3, I've got 4. We'll see how this goes, but I find this very interesting. I've got stubborn as a Rhinox on the high glad, that's off the table, but then if you're in if another GC or an enemy GC's contesting that objective, it doesn't count as 10, it doesn't count. So this is going to be very, very different to what I'm used to playing, I guess. But back to the game anyway. The red witches have a reroll on their fanatical faith roll. We got the heart off. The blue witches have the +1 to my battle trait, plus the witch brew, so they're +1 to hit, +1 to run, +1 to charge. These guys here got witch brewed as well, and that's pretty much it. Hugh can do a heroic action because he's off the board, but he still gets a CP even though his general's off the board. So he's got 3, I've got 2, and we'll come back at the end of movement. Alright, end of movement. Canary Eyes have come down. We ran over there. After I moved, Hugh let me know that the Gorgons can eat 3 models. I'm joking, it's all good. The High Glad came off the board. She used a Nightflyer cloak, so she's on there. And these guys sort of sat here trying to protect the cauldron, I guess. There's a lot of that coming on, which, leaves me a bit worried, to be honest. Get a double turn in there and be in all kind of strife.
I'm never going to win a priority roll.
All right. So the Canaries are going to shoot the Raiders and then move to get my battle tactic, and we'll come back after that. So back soon. All right. End of my turn. We've got 1, 2 more, and battle tactic for 5. We killed 4 Raiders with the 12 shots from the 2 units. Then we made a charge. Hugh didn't use Unleash Hell. He was saving his CP. And then we killed 1 in combat, and he did nothing back. Sorry, he did a wound, but I saved it. So he's lost 5 Raiders, used a CP for Battle Shock. So you got 5 left.
Mm-hmm.
And we've picked up all 4 objectives. So we're going into Bok turn 1. And I'm wondering how much pain we're in for.
I fucking know.
Do you know what battle tactic you do?
I'll probably go for Desecrate.
Desecrate their lands?
Yeah.
Because we've got board halves, right?
Yeah.
So,
so
right.
I'll probably just nab that arcane
Yep.
back there.
Alright, we'll be back after Hugh's hero phase. So Hugh's end of his hero phase, and yes, I said his hero phase. He's got the blood taunt go off. He's taken 2 mortals on his shaman, was it?
Yep.
I moved 10 inches to that point over there. Hugh's reasoning or thought process was to get him out of the heart range. They've been dragged 10 inches that way. I've gone for best day ever on the cauldron after that, because we've opened up that flank, and if the bulls come in 7 inches away, we're in a fair bit of pain, I think. So Hugh's just finished his movement phase because there was nothing to do. Are the Raiders staying there?
Yep, they're
Yep.
staying.
All right. I think we said at the end of the last turn that I got that objective. I didn't. I've still got 3 though, so sorry for saying such things. We'll come back after Hugh's decided to start the game properly and deploy everything, and we'll be back soon. Well, what have we got here? We've got 9 Bulgals 7 inches away from the cauldron. We've got a Gorgon 9 inches away from the red witches. We've got another Gorgon 9 inches away. We've got a Doombull 9 inches away. We have a unit of 10 Raiders summoned on via the artifact. Mm-hmm. We have got a Gorgon over this side. We've got a Cygor come on to be 9 inches away from this mess, and the 2 wizards up behind the Cygor as well. That's everybody?
That's everyone, yep.
Alright, so it's game on from all board edges. Who's charging first, mate?
I've got some shoots to do.
Oh, you got shooting.
I've got a little bit of shoots.
Alright, we've got some shooting. We'll come back after the shooting. We'll have a look at some charges. Alright. Well, end of shooting. We lost 2 Canaries. We dragged the 2 from my right. Then Hugh realised what I was doing, and those Raiders didn't shoot because he wants to make a charge over here to grab the objective. And then the Cygor took off 4 witches. Sisters of Slaughter. And I used a CP for all-out defense trying to save them, and that didn't work. But anyway, we lost 4 and 3 Canary after the shooting. Charges.
Let's do it. Alright, so the bulls at the back need a 5.
Need a 5.
Get a 6.
6. Where are they going?
And they'll go into the cauldron.
Yeah, so do you just want to roll your 9 2-ups? Is that after your charge?
That's after the charge move is when
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah. So
They're all going into the cauldron, right?
they're all going towards the cauldron.
So on a 2+, I take a mortal.
Yeah, and they get to reroll.
On a 1, they don't get to fight. Is that right?
Yeah. On a 1, I reroll anyway because they're banners.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's banana.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No 1s anyway.
So 9 mortals.
9
All right.
mortals.
That was pretty much the highlight of the charge phase. We'll come back after the rest of the charges are done. Well, I feel like we should have kept recording here.
Yeah, yeah.
We took 7 mortals after the 9. We saved them, saved 2. And then the Doom Bull made it in over the back there. Then Hugh decided not to do the charge mortals on a 2+, so I didn't take mortals away for his Gorgons to make charges, but this guy failed and he's out of range for the reroll. This guy failed, he was in range for a reroll, so Hugh's burned a CP. Failed again.
Yep.
And then this one failed.
Yep.
And then the Sigmar failed. He was
Yep.
looking for a 12. He didn't want to come over here. And then the Raiders were his last chance, and they failed as well.
Yep.
Needing 8s, right? Because you're +1 to charge.
Yep.
So, time to burn some dice.
Time to burn some dice. Let's fucking burn some CPs.
All right. So, Hugh's gonna. Is it at the start of the combat phase?
Yep.
Yeah. So Hugh's going to burn a CP and try and get a Gorgon in to combat because that's their command ability.
Yes, on a 9.
Would you get +1 for that?
I think so, but I'd have to double check.
Okay, it doesn't matter at the moment. We'll double check that one and explain later. So he's got at least 1 Gorgon in.
That's
All right. So he's down to 1 CP and we're into the combat phase. All right, back soon. Well, what a combat phase. As you guessed, the Bulls took off the cauldron. She's Gonski's. These guys had to fight last. So the Bulls fought first, took off the cauldron. My Canary I fought, did nothing. Then the Doom Bull took off 4.
Yep.
No, 5.
Yeah, you did alright.
No, 4 I think.
You did better than the Gorgon,
Yeah.
that's the main thing.
There. And then the Gorgon ate 3, which is why we've got a couple left on the objective. I pulled away models from there, but then the Gorgon just didn't kill enough.
Yeah.
So unfortunately I couldn't pile in because I don't finish Incoherency, and I think we did a wound to the Bull.
Yep.
With the guys that got to fight, and nothing happened over there, right? You didn't kill a Canary, so these guys are going to run, or these guys here are going to run, and we use Inspiring Presence on them. We rolled a 1 for Battle Shock on these guys, and rolled a 1 over there for Battle Shock, so we stand at holding 3 objectives. You've got 1, but you've got your battle tactic for...
Yep. So 3 points there.
What did you do? Desecrate lands?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's 5-3. Priority.
Yep. And the 6. Holy shit.
Oh dear God. Oh dear.
Okay.
Let me guess.
I'm going to take it.
Alright, we'll come back. Alright, hero phase. I got a CP on the High Glad, and we rallied the Sisters of Slaughter and got 1 back on a 6+. Hugh went for a CP on the Doom Bull, failed, and then did the ritual D6 mortals.
Yep. I got the CP as well.
And you... Oh,
But yeah.
did you?
Yeah.
Okay. How much damage did you take?
I took 3.
You took 3. I took 6, but saved 5.
Yeah. Yeah.
So only taking 1. And then he's got the battle tactic in the shadow of the Herdstone. He's trying to kill the Canary.
Yep.
So yeah, the Blue Witches got a spell where they can't pile in, which is quite nasty. And you failed the Mystic Shield. So I've only got 2 CP, and we're into Hugh's movement phase. So we'll come back with a bit of shooting.
Yep.
Alright, so Hugh's achieved his battle tactic. The 15 Raiders that are left on the board, they both units had to shoot to get them off, but he got there. the Sigor failed to hit the Sisters of Slaughter. The bulls didn't move. Hugh seems to understand that I'll send my CP to redeploy, but he stayed there. That Gorgon's moved up. This Gorgon's there. We get into the charge phase. Who's charging first?
I think we've got to go with the bulls first. The most
bulls?
important one. It's the spicy one. On a 4 with a plus one
for 5. Alright. It's not what you're looking for?
No, it wasn't.
Alright. Yeah, we'll come back at the end of the charge phase. Just so you know, the heart's been rolled for every combat phase, and yeah, it's still up. The Sigor tried to get rid of it instead of using a prayer and failed, so yeah, we'll come back at the end of combats. Alright guys, we haven't moved far. Hugh in his infinite wisdom decided to re-roll the charge. He rolled an 8, so that means he gets his mortal wounds into the Sisters of Slaughter. 9 2-ups, mate. You're going to roll it?
Let's do it.
And then you get to re-roll 1s, you were saying?
I do, yeah.
Oh, bullshit.
The banner.
So
9.
9. Alright, so we've got 9, and we'll come back after a few other charges.
News for me or bad?
I don't know. Start of the combat phase, guys, the hearts exploded. So everybody wholly within 12 gets an extra attack and 1 less point of damage. Gorgon made a charge, Gorgon made a charge. We've got a roar from this one. We've got a stomp here. We've got eat an endless spell, which doesn't work, an extra rend. Hugh's just informed me that it's battle round 2, so the herdstone's giving them extra rend. I feel like we're just going to get finger banged. Not in a good way. Yeah, so we're going into combat. What's going first, Hugh?
I think it's got to be the bulls first.
The bulls?
Yeah.
Alright, I've got 2 CP. You've got 1 on your Doom Bull and 1 in your...
Yeah.
Is anything charging at the start of the combat phase?
No, sir.
No, you've got all that covered?
Yep.
Alright, we'll be back soon.
Alright.
Alright, bloodshed. Absolute bloodshed. Hugh's bulls attacked first and took the 2 bulls, hit the Sisters of Slaughter and killed them to a T, and then the rest of the bulls did 30 damage to did 38 damage because they're horns, to the blue guys, which killed them. Unfortunately they weren't in range of the heart, so they had to cop the full damage to the face. You really didn't spike any 6s, did you, for mortals?
Not really.
It wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, you killed everything you touched. The Gorgon over here did 12 damage to the red guys after they fought. The red guys fought first, did a couple of damage to the Gorgon, and then did 2 damage to the Doom Bull up the back there. The Doom Bull's on 6 damage. The Gorgon poled in 8-3, so he healed, and then did 12 damage, leaving me with 2. And the Gorgon took some mortal wounds back for the shields. The little hag queen on foot that could missed, didn't get a scratch on her when the Gorgon fought, but the high gladiator she copped it to the face and died. But that little hag queen with the extra attack got 10 damage to the Gorgon.
Just not what I was expecting.
Yeah. He went for a 6 to eat her and failed, didn't you, mate? Yeah, so I just can't believe she did 10 damage to a Gorgon. We killed off 3 bulls with both my hag and my high glad over here. Hughes used the CP to save him, as I did the same over here. And then this Gorgon ate a couple of canary and killed the rest and healed up, but we got a damage on the Sigor. So you get that one. You've got 1, 2, and your battle tactic for 4.
Yep.
As I still got GCs on
Yeah.
the objective. We're going to go into my turn 2 and see how we end up, but I'm not liking it, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright, back soon. So we're at the end of my movement phase. The high glad moved out. We've got a witch brew on the high glad. We've got a witch brew on the hag. We've got a catechism murder on the hag, and this hag busted out the heart again. We're going for eye in this battle round. These guys retreated. I was going to move the hag, but Hugh was kind enough to let me know that for CP you can charge in the combat phase, so I guess we're not doing that. So yeah, nothing's going to charge, but with the 6-inch pile in, the high glad can actually get in. So if we're just going to try and kill it, I guess. We'll see what that thing does. No, nothing. So just ignoring a point of damage. And we've got a CP on the hag from a heroic action. Sorry. Oh, I can do 2 heroic actions.
True.
Do you mind if I do best day ever as well?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So we'll do that. All right. Back soon. Rightio. All I've got left is a hag and a high glad. Yeah, I've got 1, 2, and I've got my battle tactic for 4. That little hag is a legend. Took down the Gorgon, and only took 1 damage back from that Gorgon. Hugh ate the 2 witches with this Gorgon. These bulls took down the little blue hag, and the high glad did 2 damage back. And they're bravery 7.
Yeah, I think so. Double check.
Oh,
but
we think they're bravery 7. So
the bravery 6.
So a 6, 1 could run.
No.
Okay. So I get 4 points, which puts me on 9. Hugh's on 7. If Hugh wins priority, just roll that 6, 4, 3. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to call it because everything's going to die. I get 12 points. You can do eye for an eye and get 1, 2 more.
Yeah.
For 5, which takes you to 12 as well. What was your? Only you get 3 for your thingo.
Yeah.
All right, and then plus 2 battle rounds.
Yeah.
It's a shellacking. Yeah.
It's been a lovely time.
Yeah. No. Cheers. That priority turn 2 was huge.
That was really big.
I think we discussed about it a little bit. That you sort of. I'd be moving my army one way or another to take off and defy a flank, and then other stuff's got to come across to get you.
Yeah, I think if I didn't win that, I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah, the fact that you're 5 or 6 up saves all over the board.
Yeah,
and I'm getting a couple of points around. The damage was there, but you're doing the same thing, right? Like I'm a 5 up or 6 up save. The killing the cauldron was key. That was just that 10-inch pull.
Yeah, that was
baller.
That was huge.
That was insane.
That's a cool move, actually. I like it.
Yeah. But MVP goes to my hag.
Yeah, definitely.
And your little shaman probably gets yours.
Yeah, for that pull. Absolutely.
That 10 inches was just huge. It just you set up a screen to save stuff and take a punch. You pull it apart.
Yeah.
And then when a double, you just rip in, right? So that's baller. And you thought having the Raiders on the board was a bad move.
Yeah, maybe. But